Put about 270 miles on this thing over the weekend. Got into some national forest pretty deep. Deep enough I didn't think I was going to get out at one point, but I noticed on the way home I got into traffic and she was getting a little bit warm. I'll pull the side cover off here and you can see that my fan's a little crooked. And here's when I kick it on. Yeah, she's a little messed up. So I'm going to pull that off there. Just got to take the seat and the tank off. And we're going to see if we can't upgrade to a little better fan. All right, tank's off. I got to admit, I love how easy it is to work on this thing. Especially after helping my son work on his Tenere the other day. Now we're down to just 3 bolts. Take the fan off. We'll get it on the bench and see what happens. Well, that's a bit weird. Looks like the hub in the center of the fan melted. That's how come it got all crooked. That's weird because, I mean, I was down deep in the woods, going slow, but then I had the fan running all the time. I know that the bike didn't get that hot. I mean, I've got warning lights and, well, I've got just a slightly warm and then a really warm light on that Trail Tech Vapor, and nothing went off. I noticed it was running like 220 when I was sitting in traffic afterwards. So don't know why that melted. I hooked this back up. Fan motor still turns. Let's see about upgrading. Okay, what I bought as a replacement is a Spal fan. And there's the part number, 5.2 inch. It's a puller fan. I use Spal fans when I'm replacing the fan on the Buells. And they will hold up to the crazy amount of heat that comes off that rear cylinder in the Buell. So it should be a good fit here. But this pattern on this bracket, this fan surround, is a lot different than that. So we're going to do the same thing I do on the Buell. I'm going to take these screws loose, move that fan, cut that right there on the side so I can get the fan out of this housing. And then we'll figure out how to mount the fan in this housing. Of course, this bolt pattern here is different than this bolt pattern here, but we'll make something work. First off, let's get the fan out of there. Well, I just took some side cutters, cut the little support pieces there. And that left this. Cut across the side of it with a Dremel. And that leaves you with just a fan. All this goes in the bin. So now I'm going to head over to the drill press and drill out these 3 spot welds so I can get this original ring out of the middle there. So I found a scrap piece of thin aluminum, cut it. It'll slip under that wire so we can bolt that onto the back. So now all I have to do is get that to where it'll fit onto these fingers here. We'll trim that down. Okay, there's the fan mounted up. Just built a little aluminum adapter plate out of some aluminum I had laying around. Riveted it to the arms on the original mount. Used some 1/4 inch nuts in there as spacers. And then bolted it onto the back of the fan motor with some number 8 machine screws. Loctited those on. Got plenty of clearance everywhere there. That set it back far enough that the fan won't get into the radiator. So now all we got to do is bolt it back on. And I'm going to see if I can't get a weather pack plug that is like this. And I can put that on the bike. And that way it'll snap together easy. Because this one is not weather type, blade type. Either way, we'll cut one or the other off and get a good connector on it. Oh, and my son also pointed out, I was wondering why this melted. He pointed out that it probably was the motor messed up and the shaft got real hot on it, since that's the only place on the fan that's melted. Now this did turn when I hooked it back on the motor, this did turn when I put a power to it, but didn't really seem like it was turning that fast, and it just may have gotten hot right there on the shaft. Either way, we're not going to use it anymore, so it doesn't matter. They got lucky. The local auto parts store, I was able to find the exact connector to go in there. It is a standard S751. I'll put that in the description along with the part number for the fan. So now all I have to do is replace the plug that's on the bike with this, and then we'll be all plug and play. All right, it's mounted up, got the wires tucked, fastened on the other side. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah. That puts out noticeably more air than the last one. Now, whether that's because this is just a better fan or the other one was on its way out and has been for quite a while, I don't know. It doesn't matter. This one works good. Now, I know from watching other videos that you can take a fan out of an 848 Ducati and put in here. And it's pretty much just unbolted, bolted in. I went this way because I don't know, I didn't even look to see how hard it was to get an 848 fan, new or used. I'm assuming people were buying them used. But I wanted a new fan. This fan now is just a matter of the bolts. The plug-in now is plug and play with the bike. And it'd just be real easy to change it. Plus this fan is like $80 new. And it's on. You can get it off Amazon, so you can have it here in a day or two if you need one. So I think it was worth a little bit of extra effort to build that. At least it was for me. I hope this video helps you out. Now I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.